Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Wrestling Montage Media. I am your boy Big Dave. I'm the creator of the videos that you've been enjoying as far as the entrance videos, the custom entrance videos. I have not stopped doing them. I will continue to do those as well, but like I was saying in the post that I posted a few weeks back, I just wanted to try different things so you guys can actually see me on camera, get to know who I am. But I'll be reacting to this video called the 10 WWE wrestlers who desperately need a gimmick change. And from the first one, I've only seen the first one so far. I haven't reacted to any of them, but any of the other ones. But the first one is definitely, I got something to say about it. Let's go.
10 WWE wrestlers who desperately need a new gimmick. Number 10, Apollo Crews. Now, Apollo Crews has been on the WWE main roster for almost a decade, and in that time, Crews has gone through various character reinventions and gimmicks.
See, in that gimmick right there, this last one right here, when he was with, I think his name was Commander Aziz, something like that, that was Apollo Crews. That was the best version of him. I don't know what happened, but I remember when he went back to NXT and he developed his character and he was becoming more legit, kind of like when Jinder Mahal had overhauled his character and became what he became when he became the WWE champion. So I don't know what happened with this, but I wish they would go back to it.
Crews has gone through various character reinventions and gimmicks, but none of them have truly catapulted.
And this guy right here, Giovanni Vinci, I remember when he was Fabian Eichner back in the NXT days. He had a lot of potential too, but when they broke him away from Imperium, I thought that they would actually do something with him. They moved him to SmackDown and gave him a fresh coat of paint, but nothing came of it, and they just continued to job him out. Don't know why, but they
Altered the talented star to the next level. Crews had a semi-successful run in NXT before he was recalled back up to the main roster in 2023. Yet Crews returned with no purpose, and when his partnership with Baron Corbin came to an end, Crews was left lingering around without anything to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Crews urgently needs a new character that lets his abilities shine, and this is some of
Yeah, not necessarily a new character. A lot of this with WWE, they kind of come back. They cut back from what was working. I think the when he had the accent, like I just said with the other guy, that was the best version of his character. In ring, great, always been amazing in the ring. But just as far as character, his ability to connect with the audience on a character basis, I think that was it.
that Triple H and the creative team should put focus on during 2025. Crews has a lot to offer, yet Crews being basically a seasoned enhancement talent is doing him a massive disservice. Number 9, Austin Theory. One of the most frustrating storylines of 2024 centered around Austin Theory potentially turning babyface.
Yeah, that was weird, man. They kept teasing it. They kept teasing it with DIY. I remember they did a segment that was, I think, last year at the Elimination Chamber in Australia. Of course, that's where Grayson Waller is from. And they teased it then, and it's just like, what happened? But I think Theory is definitely due for a babyface turn. In a way, I think it's long overdue, honestly. A guy that's a heel and he's just cheating in matches to win, really no character or really anything behind it. He's just kind of there.
A babyface turn for Theory was teased time and time again throughout the calendar year, yet WWE just couldn't commit to going all the way with the dissolvement of A-Town Down Under. A Theory at one stage was going to be cemented as a main eventer in WWE, and although it was clear that Triple H doesn't share that vision, the former Money in the Bank holder has a lot of potential as a babyface act.
Yes.
Now, we've seen countless times over the years just how well Theory does when handling media duties or charity appearances. This is the type of ability WWE looks towards when making decisions on who are going to be the top babyfaces within the company. Is 2025 the year in which Theory finally turns babyface?
I think so. Definitely, when he won Money in the Bank before, he didn't really need it then. I think it was way too early for him to have Money in the Bank. But This year, maybe.
Well, time will tell. Number 8. Braun Strowman. Since returning to WWE, Braun Strowman has been presented as a babyface across both Raw and SmackDown. Whilst the former WWE Universal Champion is great in this role, his monster gimmick has truly run its course.
Yeah, it has to a degree. You can only be that for so long. Of course, the best version of Braun when he first came with the Wyatt family originally. But I mean, like when he was facing Roman, everybody knows what he used to say was he used to say something to Roman. I'm not done with you. You know, he was really on Roman's head at the time, and that was like the best version of Braun. But like I said, you can only be something so long before it gets stale. But I don't really know what else you could do with Braun Strowman. Let's see what else he got to say.
And it's time for him to find something new. Strowman is definitely better as a babyface act, and his wild antics and spots definitely lean more towards a babyface character, yet Strowman is clearly lacking in character development, and this is something that WWE needs to rectify. One of the ideas that's been thrown around by fans is allowing fans to see inwards and allowing the audience to learn more about Strowman and his story. Strowman has been through a hell over the past few years, and his real life story would actually make fans care about him as a performer.
Yeah, he has been through a whole lot. I don't know if Chris Van Vliet has done an interview with him lately to give more insight on the situation, but I know he went through a tough time with injuries, of course, and with the death of Bray Wyatt. I think he said something about he went through a depression phase where I think it was something about he didn't know if he really wanted to wrestle again or come back. He was going through a rough time, and that's when he was with EC3 and doing that gimmick, that indie run when they let him go back during the pandemic era.
Number 7. Carlito.
Oh my God.
Carlito's booking since returning to WWE hasn't exactly set the world on fire. Carlito has mainly been used as a side character in the Judgment Day, and whilst at first this acted as passable comedic relief, it's quickly gone stale.
I first saw Carlito his debut, and I'm dating myself, back in 2004 when I graduated high school. That's when he debuted, and he beat John Cena his first night on SmackDown. And his career after that was okay. Never was the world champion. That's the point of this video is just the potential. I think he was U.S. champ. Maybe IC. He won the U.S. title his first night, like I just said. But just the Carlito now, when he first came back, he was in great shape. He looked to be motivated, dedicated, and when he came back after World Rumble 2020, and especially I remember at Backlash was the 2023 when they were in Puerto Rico, the pop he got was insane. I think Carlito still has it, but it's just what he's doing in the Judgment Day is he's just kind of there. I understand he's a veteran, but he can definitely be utilized to do a whole lot more.
And fans are starting to question the point of Carlito in the faction. Despite being one of the most seasoned male stars on the roster, Carlito barely wrestles, and if he ever does lace up his boots, his performances are often met with criticism, as Carlito has dramatically regressed in the ring.
I wouldn't say that, but go ahead.
Now, whilst his original gimmick was a classic and may be dated, it was over, and it may be in WWE's best interest if they revert Carlito back to this gimmick before his final WWE run is considered a total failure.
I mean, he's still the same guy. It's just, he's in a group. He's just in a group, and he jobs and he manages, and he's just really there to progress the group. I guess, like he said, comedy relief, basically.
Number 6. Finn Balor. Now, in December 2024, when WWE formally announced that Finn Balor was
I think this is a Judgment Day thing, right?
The #1 contender for the world title, not a single fan expected Balor to be successful in his attempts to capture the gold. This was the major issue, as it highlighted just how damaged Balor is as a character, and it was a sign that his persona needs a major overhaul. Balor has quote-unquote been the leader of the Judgment Day faction for several years now, and even though the majority of his work has been great, it's time to do something new with him. Right now, Balor currently lacks credibility, and his motivations as a heel are all over the place.
Credibility? I wouldn't say he lacks credibility. He's very credible. He's won pretty much every championship. I think what he means by credibility would be just what has he done lately. He really hasn't been in the championship picture. When he loses. He's faced Damian Priest countless times, and maybe he can go back to being the Demon more. We haven't seen the Demon in a very long time.
There have been calls from fans to see Balor revert back to being a babyface and leaving the Judgment Day behind him, and this could possibly be the best move for his career. The majority of Balor's most exciting feuds and matches have been as a babyface, and seeing that babyface style persona return with an added edge could be the right step forward.
I agree with that.
Currently, it's unclear whether WWE have any plans to bring back the beloved Demon persona, but this will be another welcome step in the next evolution of the inaugural Universal Champion.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've seen this image right here. I think the last time he was the Demon was at WrestleMania 39.
There are a lot of rumors online regarding the status of Balor's faction, and some fans have theorized that a feud with the Wyatt Six could act as the final nail in the coffin for a stable that has been dominating Raw since 2022. Number 5. Naomi. Upon returning to WWE at the start of 2024, WWE fans hoped that the company would
maybe a heel turn, maybe back to the Team Bad days a long time ago. It was her, Sasha, somebody else.
Try something innovative and different with Naomi. She had been using her Feel the Glow persona for years, but there was something that was missing that was preventing her and the character from reaching the next level. It also didn't help that it was never made clear what the character was beyond a fancy entrance, and this is definitely a factor in WWE not going all the way with her.
Sometimes that's all it needs to be. You know, everybody can be, the great on the mic. I mean, everybody has their thing that makes them stand out, and her interest is what stand out. Plus, just her athleticism as well in the ring. I think she's just good she's good all around. I don't think anything needs to change really.
Throughout 2024, it looked like Naomi was going to turn heel, and this was teased countless times during
maybe just a slight edge, maybe.
Alliance with Bayley. However, it just never materialized. As things stand, Naomi finds herself in the middle.
This is one Bianca needs to. I love her, but she needs to change. I hope she on her.
Of a storyline with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, and due to Cargill being taken out of action, Naomi has stepped into the fold to team with Belair. Now, there have been major rumors that Naomi could be the one behind Jade Cargill's attack, and
I agree. Yeah, that may be it. This may be what was going to lead to her changing. But who do you guys think it was? It had to be Naomi, because they too happy, they too cool all of a sudden together. They don't even mention Jade anymore.
If this is indeed the case, then it would act as a welcome change of character for Naomi and finally give us something new to do on the Blue brand.
Yeah.
Number 4. Omos. Now, Omos has disappeared entirely from WWE television, and he's been forced to work on his internet presence, particularly his YouTube channel, to stay in the forefront of the fans' minds. Omos impressed in featured matches against the likes of Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins, but this wasn't enough for WWE to keep him on television, and Omos was just relegated to making sporadic house show appearances. In early 2025, Omos stepped into Pro Wrestling Noah, and the Nigerian giant managed to win a title on his first night.
I like Omos. I really don't have much to say about him. I mean, the big man thing is it's a very one-dimensional thing. I want to say they're limited in their ability, or maybe that's just the business. That's just the archetype that they are. That they are just that. You know, unless you want to break out and do more things. If you're capable, if you have the ability to, but yeah, he got a long career ahead of him. He got so much more to do. I mean, he already started off the year pretty good, so we'll see what else he'll be up to this year.
Omos getting a run in Japan is a smart move, and it looks like his run already is destined to be a success. When Omos returns to WWE programming, WWE should look to explore Omos' real-life personality. He's connected with the fans thanks to his social media content, and
right, that's great.
His real-life interviews make him seem like the sweetest, most genuine wrestler in the world. In this day and age, a generic big guy just isn't going to cut it, and a little development could go a long way in getting Omos over with the general audience. It's not just the WWE fanbase that has been impressed with Omos, as even the legendary Undertaker allowed Omos a guest spot on his podcast. The podcast appearance was received unbelievably well, and the dead man would later urge WWE to take another look at what Omos could potentially bring to the table. Number 3, Pete Dunn. That was a great move when WWE decided to ditch the Butch persona and allow Pete Dunn to be, well, Pete Dunn again. Ultimately, this has had little to no benefit to Dunn as outside of fun.
You know, his character's still mad about the Butch thing. It's like, okay, we get you pissed about it, man. They're gonna keep teasing him, you know.
Feud with Sheamus, his character was stale within a matter of weeks, and the former WWE UK champion often finds himself on WWE main event, which is clearly a sign that WWE have no creative plans for him.
You know, and that's the weird thing, is that if you watched NXT back in the day, Black and Gold, you know that Triple H had his favorites, and Pete Dunne was definitely one of those guys. And definitely NXT UK, and just NXT in general. And, he was a standout, just in everything from his entrance, just his personality. He had a swagger to him that was undeniable. So we just need to bring that more to the forefront on the main roster.
Dunn is an outstanding wrestler and could be a great addition to the mid-card scene on either Raw or SmackDown, yet he currently lacks any character development. Dunn debuting a new gimmick with his Pete Dunne name should be the move forward, and it may begin to enamor fans towards the popular star. It was reported in 2024 that Dunn was producing matches for WWE Speed, and fans took this as if WWE was slowly fizzling him out as an on-air character, as it's uncommon for wrestlers to pull double duty in this capacity. Nevertheless, Dunn is only 31 years old and still has years upon years left before he even considers retirement. Number 2, Rhea Ripley.
This is a surprising choice. What you gotta say?
Now, some of you ain't gonna like this, but it made all the sense in the world to turn Rhea Ripley babyface. Ripley was incredibly popular despite being a heel, and she had every tool it took to be a top babyface on the women's roster.
I've been watching Rhea Ripley since she first started. From the Mae Young Classic back in like 2017, I believe. I always knew she would be something to get to this point. She's awesome.
Whilst Ripley's run as a babyface hasn't been atrocious, the character progression has been abysmal.
I disagree. It has not been abysmal. I would say during that time period, I think her first championship run, was that 2022, something like that, wasn't all that great. And I remember before the Judgment Day came around, she was really struggling to really get her character off the ground. But everybody knew who she was, again, from NXT. She was great. But I think she's found her footing, especially her character definitely came back as the dynamic between her and Dominic started. And then that's when she would always say that, you know, mommy's was on top, and the things that she would do with Finn and Damian Priest. Yeah, I think that's definitely what brought her back.
Fans have urged WWE to do something with Ripley's presentation. Right now, Ripley is presented as invincible, and her character has been in a rut due to a never-ending feud with Liv Morgan. But now with the feud between the two seemingly now in the rearview mirror, then this should mean that Ripley can evolve as a wrestler and as a character, and a slight persona adjustment should be the move forward as WWE heads towards WrestleMania 41. And number 1, The Miz.
Preach on this, please.
It's often been said that former WWE champion The Miz is better as a heel as opposed to a babyface. Whilst this,
he's better off TV. He's better going away. I'm sorry. I'm glad he's number one. I don't want to be mean or anything, but I don't care for anything he does. Period. He comes on TV. I don't care. I'm sorry. All respect in the world for him. He's done a lot. He does a lot, and just as a man, as a person, I respect him. But as far as his character and the things they have him do on TV, I don't care. I don't care.
may be true, it could be argued that The Miz's finest character work in recent years has come as a babyface during his vastly underrated feud with Gunther.
Okay, I'll say this: when Awesome Truth got back together, I liked it because I liked them back then. That's the only thing I really liked. Now he's kind of been back and forth with Cross. It's not for me.
Since that feud, Miz has turned heel and abandoned his former partner R-Truth. Miz is just back to his old ways, and the Final Testament involvement does add an element of freshness to his personality, yet in the grand scheme of things, The Miz currently feels like the stalest he's ever been as an on-air character.
I agree.
Now don't get us wrong, The Miz is still an incredible asset to WWE.
Yes.
To his credit, his in-ring work still manages to deliver at a high level, which speaks volumes in relation to how talented he is. The issue is that WWE have done everything they can possibly do with him, so what's next? The Miz taking on a new gimmick shouldn't be too difficult, and WWE should look to build Miz as this disgruntled veteran who's now going to do whatever he can to reach the top of the WWE once more. But there you have it, folks.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. The Miz is a great asset. Absolutely, people know him. He's been around for years. I remember when he first came, he was talking about hoorah, and he was doing interviews in the audience and stuff when he first came into WWE. But that's the video, guys. Thank you for watching. I hope that you enjoyed me reacting to this. I'll be doing more. Please subscribe to the channel and share with your friends. Appreciate it.